listening to the Art of Homeschooling podcast, where we help parents cultivate creativity and connection at home. I'm your host, Jean Miller, and here on this podcast, you'll find stories and inspiration to bring you the confidence you need to make homeschooling work for your family. Let's begin. Hey there, friend, and welcome to a new episode here on the podcast. Today, we are talking about a really important topic. We're going to dive into a topic that often holds homeschoolers back. How to start, where to start, how to begin. Homeschooling can be an incredible journey, but sometimes we get caught up in the idea of perfection or comparing ourselves to others. Social media doesn't help because we're seeing what other homeschoolers are doing in real time, and it always looks perfect, doesn't it? That's why today I'm here to remind you that wherever you are on your homeschooling path, whatever it looks like, you're right where you need to be. I love this Arthur Ashe quote to help us remember this. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Are you a new homeschooler just beginning this adventure? Or perhaps you've been homeschooling for a while but feel overwhelmed or confused about certain aspects of it. Maybe you've encountered challenges that have made you question your abilities. Well, wherever you are, I want you to know that you're not alone. I see you and you're capable of creating a meaningful and enriching homeschool experience for your family. The truth is, homeschooling is a deeply personal journey. Each family is unique with different values, goals, and circumstances. What works for one family may not work for another, and that's okay. Embracing your own journey and starting right where you are is the key to finding joy and success in your homeschool. We often find this easier to do with our children than ourselves. Perhaps you've heard me say this before. Rudolf Steiner, the founder of the first Waldorf school, he said that as teachers, we should look at the children before us and bring them what they need. And honestly, what I've found over the years is this very simple truth. In order to bring our children what they need, we want to start with acceptance for where they are. So start right where you are, because wherever you are on the homeschooling journey is just fine. You'll learn as you go, just like we all have. And by taking time to get to know your children and yourself better, you can appreciate homeschooling just so much more fully. This can be a big mindset shift for many of us, but it's so worth it. So now here are 3 guiding principles to help you as you begin or continue your homeschooling journey. Number 1, embrace the differences. First, let's embrace the individuality of each child and your family as a whole. Recognize and honor your children's unique interests, learning styles, and strengths. When you teach using main lesson blocks, it gives you the opportunity to teach each child a little differently, while also creating a sense of community in your family. No one-size-fits-all curriculum. One block topic can be taught so many different ways to spark curiosity and inspire each child. I encourage you to embrace and accept this. What works for one child may not work for the next, and you'll grow and change as a parent and teacher along with your children, discovering different techniques and tools for teaching. Remember that homeschooling allows for customization and flexibility so that you can tailor your approach to meet your children's specific needs. Celebrate the diversity within your family and let it guide your homeschooling decisions. This position of acceptance and embracing of differences can help you come from a place of encouragement, patience, and even lighthearted humor. Just as Winston Churchill said, diversity is the one true thing we all have in common. Celebrate it every day. Number 2, start with what you have. The second tip I have for you is to start with what you already have. You don't need an elaborate curriculum or a dedicated homeschooling space to begin. For 25 plus years of homeschooling, in our family, we used our dining room table for homeschooling and our kitchen for some other activities. All of our drawing and writing happened at the dining room table. We snuggled on the couch for read alouds, and we did experiments in the kitchen. And we also spent a lot of time outdoors. So look around your home and identify the resources you already have. Books, art supplies, even nature and everyday experiences. These can serve as a rich foundation for your homeschooling adventures. Be creative, resourceful, and let your child's natural curiosity be your guide. Number 3, slow down and connect. This third tip is to encourage you to celebrate the time you have for connecting with your children. Homeschooling is not confined to textbooks or formal lessons. In fact, some of the most profound learning happens through real-life experiences. Engage your children in meaningful conversations. Involve them in household chores. Explore your local community. Let their questions lead to new discoveries. Nurture their curiosity, their creativity, and self-motivation. Every moment can be an opportunity for growth and learning, and it all starts with connection. Oftentimes, the real connection happens in the downtime in between activities. Remember, homeschooling is a journey, and like any journey, it has its ups and downs. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way, but these are opportunities for growth and learning, both for you and your children. Don't let fear and self-doubt hold you back. Just as author Maya Angelou says, do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better. Trust yourself and the unique path you're creating for your family. As I said on a recent coaching call for the Inspired at Home community, trust the process. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with this gentle reminder. Start where you are. Embrace your family's uniqueness. Make the most of the resources you have and cherish the connections you're creating with your children. Homeschooling is not about reaching a specific destination. It's about the incredible journey that you take together as a family and all that you discover along the way. Remember, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Thanks so much for joining me today here on the Art of Homeschooling podcast. If you found this episode inspiring, I want to invite you to share it with others who may benefit from hearing this message today. And remember, no matter where you are on your homeschooling path, you're exactly where you need to be. You can check out the show notes for this episode at artofhomeschooling.com/episode 137. Until next time, keep embracing the art of homeschooling. That's all for today, my friend. But here's what I want you to remember. Rather than perfection, let's focus on connection. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Art of Homeschooling podcast.